I say it was starting Resident Evil 4. God damn it, I hate myself. Let me go and fix that. This is just a mess. I streamed for like all 135 seconds. Let me just delete that. Starting Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I need to change. Am I not? All right. Changed it. Not starting Resident Evil 4, continuing Resident Evil 4. But that's too many words. We gotta keep like the mic below my mouth so the camera can see it. Because even with my microphone, it's like not. I don't know. Hello. Now with the volume gain, it's completely blocking out my mouth. Hey. 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 Darn it. My mouth. Yeah, I have to rely on the camera. I don't know how to use them. I need to like actually spend a day actually well yeah, so I'm making like obvious sounds there, but the model track is not keeping track of my mouth. Unfortunately. I gotta like keep the mic below my mouth ever so slightly. I guess, is this good enough? Huh. Yeah. All right. Enough dicking around with that stuff. What's going on? I spent like the last 2 days trying to order more EVA foam for a cosplay. And I kept on not completing the order. And it finally showed up, but I think I had showed up with one less than what I had asked for. Because I need a lot of 5mm thick stuff for a bunch of pieces I'm about to cut out. And my God, can I not cut things straight to save my life? I got a lot of extra 10mm lying around everywhere, so that's annoying. Yeah, but like I'm gonna try and like cut out something else tonight that's out of 10mm. I just can't like get this thing to like cut. I'm not cutting straight. I'm getting like things with beveled edges when I don't want it. So. Yeah, okay. Alright, let me just. I guess I'll talk about this because this is just something weird I tweeted about. I made a reply about this. Yeah. Brave is active, but it's looking for something. Oh, shit. Hold up. There we go. So yeah, here's Nora Fawn, one of the more famous. I don't know how I can put this genteelly. Cosplay and thirst traps. Yeah, that's the word. Thirst trap creators out here on the internet right now. All right, let me just pause this for a second. So she posted this back on July 6th. And I know that she did because this one post seemingly got escaped containment, so to speak. Generally, how does one achieve this build? Lots of protein, lots of leg workouts. and lots of dietary restriction and or a high metabolism. Norafon probably has a particularly high metabolism that lets her keep weight off. Or that she is really good at dieting to keep the body fat off of her. So as you're saying, anyone have thoughts about this they'd like to share? Now, I don't like this is probably just like me not knowing what to do with my freaking self. Is that I went through previous posts of her like for a couple days and looked at the quote tweets, and usually there aren't that many quote tweets. This one got a lot. Oh, women in the comments asking how they achieve this with workouts. Yeah, it's not just workouts, it's diet. Same thing with guys too. Oh yeah, this is the only reason I saw this is because Raw Egg Nationalist decided to quote tweet this. I don't think Raw Egg Nationalist is aware of who Nora Fawn is. I think he's vaguely aware that, like, I guess he's probably got the impression that he's a thirst trap, but I don't know. Raw Egg Nationalist strikes me as the kind of guy who wouldn't promote. Let's look this up for a second. What's his opinion on OnlyFans? Because Nora Fawn has one. Don't ask me what's on there. I don't know. From April 17th. Why OnlyFans has young British women in its grip? Because it gets them money. Or it also gives the allure of it. According to Luce Perry, in her latest piece for Spectre, 4% of women aged 18 to 34 in the UK, 18 and 34 in the UK, that's 25 women in that age bracket have an OnlyFans account. Insane. So yeah, he probably does not like OnlyFans. We're not doing Santa in our house. It says a foundational and delicate relationship upon lies at Santa. Yeah, okay. The OnlyFans to Santa denier pipeline is real. Okay. Yes, and we already know that he was a Oh, Thomas Crooks had an OnlyFans account and was throwing money at some chick? Shit. That is pathetic. They just go by latest so I don't get flooded with his... Oh, so this is the only time it brings up OnlyFans. Mid with an OnlyFans moment. The parasocial relationship simps get from OnlyFans that they really like. Oh, Amaranth. So Amaranth's earnings from OnlyFans far outstrip her Twitch and gas station money. I guess I vaguely remember hearing about this, that she owns some gas stations. I generally do not understand paying for porn when there's so much free stuff out there. It's the parasocial relationship simps get from OnlyFans that they really like. Yeah, that's kind of the point, is so you can access to supposedly talk to the women, although when you get big enough, there's no way you're responding all to these guys and you're farming it out to like some, I don't know why the Philippines, but some Filipino will parasocially chat with them on your behalf. So page doesn't exist. Never thought I'd say this, but there's now an OnlyFans to esoteric right-wing lifestyle influencer pipeline, and it's every bit as disgusting as you might imagine. Yeah, so okay, he doesn't have, he doesn't have the strongest puritanical anti OnlyFans take out there. This guy probably is more liberal. Maybe Raw Egg Nationalist is a far more libertine in depictions of the human body. Like, if you put it out there, it's fine. But if you're charging people for access on OnlyFans, that's scummy and below it. And here he goes with this, saying, women like this used to grow on trees before Procter & Gamble invented crystallized corn seed oil, aka Crisco. They did it on purpose to prevent you from having a wife of your own just like this. Never forget that. All right, this is a bit like tongue-in-cheek. And the seed oils thing is probably overblown. Ultimately, it's just people with less in absolute abundance of wealth and abundance of food. It's never been more easier to get fat. So there we go. So Women like Nora Fawn with her body type and the requisite mental or metabolic genetic factors that aid her in looking this beautiful are being selected against, because being able to probably control your diet and having a good metabolic rate probably go align, like healthy things tend to go in line with each other. So if you have like the mental capacity to also eat right, you probably also have the metabolic capacity to have probably burn through your calories a little bit more higher than somebody else, than somebody who is less controlled with their appetite. What I'm getting at is that the genes that predispose one to looking this good, physically speaking, probably correlate with intelligence, which doesn't correlate with fertility. Why do I feel like, I think I swear I remember she's like an only child. Don't quote me on that. So meanwhile, there's some women out there who are chronically obese. And all right, hold on. Let me just... Brock, can you find me a graphic? And you find me a graphic on the relation between fertility and obesity. Make it fast. I was going to OECD, Organization of Economically Developed Countries. That's got to be like a French acronym. There's evidence of a negative correlation between obesity, overweight rates, and fertility rates in developed countries. High obesity tends to associate with low... Oh, really? Though causation is complex, involving factors, lifestyle. That makes sense, but probably let's say... Now, what about being overweight? So I analyzed 30 OECD countries using mixed effect models in Western European countries. A 1% increase in the overweight population, BMI over 25, corresponds to a 0.8 decrease in fertility rate the following year. Unemployment also showed a strong negative effect. The pattern held across OECD data, and it was this is from 2020. 2022 study over this time frame. Let's see here. Existing graphic visuals. Fertility rates, economic development. That's not obesity directly, but okay. Our search has turned up time series and obesity rises in the U.S. tripling since 1960s, aligned with fertility declines, but no single clean scatter for both. Okay, so maybe not overweight, obese, but probably if you're significantly overweight, that's probably a correlation with lower intelligence, which has a positive correlation these days with fertility. Or at least up until recently. It's starting to... There might be some trend showing that birth control or other social trends that have killed fertility among more high status women and men, i.e. college degree, wealth, signalers for an intelligence, have flatlined at this point. And now fertility drops as of late have been more a function of the lower classes of society catching up on the low fertility trend. Let's see here. U.S. adult obesity, 4% total fertility rate. All right. Yeah, but it's more like, can we look... I'm looking for more breakouts of what is the fertility among, non-obese people versus obese people. So, all right. All right. Even though, like, this stands out, like, probably, like, super hard obesity, yeah, will curb your ability to have children, but there's something between being overweight these days. which is a correlation with low intelligence and low ability to control your appetite. That probably has a positive fertility. So I only did this fast. I still stand by that. We are selecting against healthy, healthy body types or health in general. The ability to control your own appetite in the face of abundance is probably being selected against for right now. So, but getting back to this just like weird phenomenon is that like I guess she noticed that a lot more people were freaking quote tweeting this with wild ass statements that probably she's not used to. Like I'm used to seeing on my timeline, the so and so joke. There's a cabal of rabbis in the Bilderberg's convention that prays every day to prevent me from not having a woman like this. Like, playing into that anti-Semitic meme, but probably is being trumped up to a certain degree that is ironic. Like, yeah, I don't believe in a massive Jewish global conspiracy, but that's like one of the conspiracies out there that I can use to be tongue in cheek about this joke. Oh my God, pause. Oh yeah. I love this one. This is what Caesar had to watch starve to death in between Roman and Gallic walls at Alesia. Could I have done the same? No, most certainly not. Rome could never have been gloried by the destruction of this beautiful creature. For those who aren't aware, there's the famous siege of Alesia where Julius Caesar surrounded the fort of Alesia where the famous Gallic rebellion leader or leader of Gallic forces rebelling against Roman occupation and influence in Gaul. Leader of the Gaul, I guess you could say, Vercingetorix was holed up. And he was holed up in there, and I forget the details of it, but eventually he let all the women and forced all the women and children out of his fort so that they wouldn't consume as much food as his own men were. There was a dramatic depiction of it in some miniseries, I think, that where they had the person playing Vercingetorix say, "This will be a sacrifice to the gods. We will sacrifice our women and children to starvation. In order to maintain our siege," but then they failed. More details of it. Julius Caesar won the siege of Alesia, which developed into a couple battles at some point, and eventually Vercingetorix had to go and surrender before Julius Caesar himself. I should point out that the Gallic women that were expunged from the fortress of Alesia held by the Gauls were directed towards the Roman walls, but Julius Caesar saw what was happening and said, "No, we're not letting you through, and we're not taking care of you and giving you food. I have my own rations that I have to maintain. We're not letting you out to be messengers to call for reinforcements." So, all those women dead. All right, let me actually check this. Battle of Alesia. Background, prelude. Vercingetorix was fine with being besieged. He intended to use Alesia as a trap to conduct a major pincer attack on Romans and sent a call for a relieving army at once. Vercingetorix likely did not expect the intensity of the Roman siege preparations. Although modern archaeology suggests that Caesar's preparations were not as complete as he describes, it is apparent that Caesar laid some truly incredible siege works over the span of a month. Some 25 miles of fortifications were built. They included a trench for soldiers and anti-cavalry towers at regular intervals and booby traps in front of the trenches, yada yada. Okay, see here. The food supply of the population of Malaysia and the 80,000 soldiers it hosted. 80,000. Man, that's a lot. Vercingetorix ordered all the grain be brought to him and rationed. The Gauls held a council and decided that the old and the sick should leave town. The inhabitants of the town sent out their wives and children to save food for the fighters, hoping that Caesar would take them as captives and feed them. However, Caesar forbade their being admitted to his fortification, and Vercingetorix left his people out between the fortifications to starve to death. So, yeah, that's what happened. So this is what this guy's referring to. I doubt all the Gallic women look that good. And they probably were covered up. So you couldn't see their absolutely sublime physique. So, and, you know, also just basic tribalism. You know, the Romans have had in their head since the sack of Rome in, I don't know, the 400s or something by a wayward Gallic tribe, the Senones, I believe. The Gauls had always been the eternal boogeyman for the Romans. So when presented with all these fleeing, all these, you know, old, sick, infirm women and children, it's probably not that hard for them to take this hard psychological action of, like, leaving them out there to die and starve. Something that probably, like, you know, the U.S. couldn't do. Under these wouldn't do under these, I don't know. We're very good at supplying food, and we have to be humanitarian. So possibly we could pull it off, but depends on the scenario. That or we withdraw from the siege. Like, okay, they're sending our women and children at us. What would we do? I don't know. Like, it's hard to even consider a context we would be in this. We would be in this, like, like, I think, like, in the case of Fallujah, like, you know, that was like a brutal, like, sweeping of the city, counterinsurgency campaign. We, you know, evacuated as many people as we could because we had the logistical resources to do so. We had a cooperating host government. And, you know, not that hard to set up some tents outside and throw some MREs at them, some civilian MREs, and say, here, have this. We have that level of abundance that we can help them. And, you know, soothe our humanitarian instincts and not do what Caesar did, although, you know, it probably was, I don't know, maybe by the time there, the Romans were looking at those poor women and children and old and infirms dying in between the fortifications, the Roman and Elysian fortifications, and feeling a little bit bad, but, you know, probably not enough to actually do anything. I just realized I need to set my tags on, let's see here. Not 4th of July, not America, not strategy games, not Empire Total War. I am going to go back to Total War Attila this Saturday, but I'll be swapping off and on, or maybe I'll continue. Well, I only got this many Saturdays in June to complete it. I'll probably just be going every other at this point. Let's see here. Resident Evil. Action horror. Survival horror. I should probably just call it survival horror and not action horror, which really is what as far as I understand, RE4 is far less a survival horror like 1 and 2 were, and 3 was stretching that line, at least in the OG series. For Leon Kennedy. Leon Kennedy simp. No, I'm not a simp for him. I appreciate the badassness that is Leon Kennedy, but, you know, I'm a straight man, so my appreciation stops there. Is more, I wish I was like Leon. I wish I had that hair. I wish I had that physique. I wish I was that badass. Not, oh my God, I wish he would even lend me a glance. My heart would flutter at the sight of it. My heart is fluttering at the thought of Leon Kennedy even being in my presence. I'm not a woman, so I can't be like that. If I saw Leon Kennedy, I'd just like, dude, you're a badass and an inspiration for me. Don't stop what you're doing. You know, give him a firm handshake. Instead of like, hoo ya, brother, I don't know, like bash fist or something. You know. That's how I see Leon Kennedy. I'm not a simp for him. I am an admirer of him and an aspiration and aspire to his greatness. Such is the nature of being a man. I should turn that into a short. If I had any wherewithal, I'd pinch that out as a short. All right, where's the frick's my notepad? I'm actually gonna mark that down. Back it up like 9 minutes. Let's see here. I don't know, 27 minutes. 08 fly. What was it? I don't know. I said like 26, 30. Clip, short about Leon Kennedy. All right. And maybe I'll make a long form clip about me yapping about the siege of Alicia here in relation to all brought on by Nora Fawn making one post at Escape Containment. I'm pretty sure it's like the reason why there were so many people quote tweeting this with wild ass statements that Nora was probably completely like unprepared for, like people complaining that Jews are made it so that I can't have a woman like this. She's probably like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, where are all these weirdos coming from? Like, yeah, I think she's intelligent enough to know that some half of these are a fucking joke, but probably does not have the background to understand the humor. Leon Kennedy, survival horror, Resident Evil, zombies. The fuck are even? All right. Mari's streaming. I swear she's streaming quite early. Oh no, quite early in the day. Oh, she's doing a birthday party stream. All right. Get to that later. All right. Enough yapping about this bullshit. The one Nora Fawn post that escaped containment. Oh God, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that's right. Nigel Farage is involved in some minor financial scandal. The way I understand it is that it could force like parliamentary sanctions against him or something. So he is now he is going to resign as an MP to force a by-election that he intends to win, and he won the seat before. So, but that would be like a big mark against his party if, like, in the wake of this minor financial scandal and waning reform polls, the supposed leader of the Reform Party could not regain his seat after he chose to force a by-election. I don't know about it. Connor Tomlinson did out a big video where he's like, he's not being a reform booster or a restore booster. He's like talking about how both parties are not handling themselves well as of late. He even counter-signaled what's-his-face, Carl Benjamin, after giving much respect to Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad, and the Lotus Eaters, for giving Connor Tomlinson his current presence on the internet. But definitely he is a star that is shining brighter than Lotus Eaters. He even counter-signaled Carl on something. All right, let's see here. Oh, something that warms my heart. J.D. Vance announces the Trump administration has launched a full-scale crackdown on H-1B fraud. With dozens of subpoenas sent out and investigations launched, big corporations and fraudsters overseas are using the program to undercut the wages of American workers. American jobs ought to go to workers and not foreign fraudsters, and the Department of Labor is fighting back against it. Hey, foreign fraudsters, but half the more of the problem with H-1B frauds, it is American companies getting H-1B visa scabs to depress wages down here at home, and not foreign companies sending their people over here to the United States. So, be it Amazon, Google, Microsoft, recently what's going on in Xbox, the bloodletting that's happening there was probably as well deserved. And any other freaking tech company out there. It's like so overdone at this point. Like, slash 10,000 jobs, slash like 5,000 jobs, put in for 4,000 H-1B visas that same year. Like, I'm not for like saying you have, like in Europe they have a problem where like companies have to have an onus to prove to the government that they've sought all other options before they fire people. Even then, that's not stopping companies across Europe and like in Germany, especially from being able to shut down. Which is that's how bad it is that they can't like do some reshuffling to appease the government, or the government. Then again, maybe the government's being lenient with them and not being like, "Are you sure you didn't cut your profit margins enough so you could keep people employed?" Because they recognize like looking at the company and saying like, "Yeah, you need to cut workers. We're not gonna have you sign everything in triplicate and be over your shoulder about this. Just like cut the jobs. We understand you have to do it. We could hold your feet to the fire over this, but we're not going to, because we'd rather keep you alive and functioning, even if it means to layoffs." But like, you know, if you're a U.S. company, you can't like put in for H-1B visas after you just had massive layoffs. That like should be a hard rule. All right. All right, so yeah, here's Institute for Sound Public Policy. I believe I follow them. So, is there a yes, there is fraud in this program, and it manifests largely in the form of fraudulent credentials, inaccurate prevailing wage levels, illegal attempts to circumvent the perm process. This is like something about where you have to post that a job you put out for has not been sought by an American. There's like a whole board, and like there was some group that was able to like get access to the perm board where all these jobs, which companies say they can't hire an American for, and leave those up so people can apply for them to fuck the process. Managers purposefully selecting H-1Bs primarily from India over the rest of the world, etc. However, and please understand, the program was designed to displace American workers, and it has been working extremely well in this regard since it was created in 1990. I don't know if it was designed to do that, but it definitely was way too loose, and was developed probably like in the waning days of 130 IQ run America. And probably had noble intentions, but then got far outstripped by the rapaciousness of corporations looking to suppress wages. In addition to going after fraud, Department of Labor has a number of tools that could effectively curb a company's appetite for H-1Bs, and these include raise and reform the prevailing wage system under H-1B and PERM program. Employers classify highly skilled roles at artificially low wage levels, particularly levels 1 and 2 of the 4-tier system. Further, salaries for H-1Bs should not be below the 75th percentile for any of the prevailing wage categories. Consider what this looks like in practice. In San Jose, the median wage for a software engineer runs roughly $140,000 a year. Under a proposed rule, an employer could classify an H-1B worker at level 1 and pay them around $95,000 with full government approval, while simultaneously telling Congress they cannot find enough qualified Americans. That's a $45,000 gap. That $45,000 gap is not a rounding error. Multiplied across 100 positions, it represents an enormous structural subsidy extracted from American wage standards. The deeper problem is conceptual. Any wage floor set below the median mathematically guarantees H-1B workers will cost less than the typical American in the same role. All right. Private surveys. The federal government collects extensive wage data through its occupational employment and wage statistics system, but employers are still allowed to rely on private surveys that can produce dramatically lower estimates depending on how they are designed. For large corporations hiring thousands of workers, even small wage differences translate into enormous labor cost savings. Moreover, under current law, the skill-based prevailing wages are less than the median are not even lawful for H-1B because 8 USC section 11A2N1 requires H-1B workers to be paid at least the prevailing wage for the occupation and location, not occupation, location, and skill. Let's see here. Establish electronic jobs registry for PERM recruitment. The PERM program, electronic review management labor market test, is a critical component of the employment-based permanent residence process that employers must complete before sponsoring H-1B visa holder for a green card. This test was intended to demonstrate that there were no qualified U.S. workers available for the specified position before hiring a foreign worker. Employers are frequently exploiting the PERM recruitment process by running ads in low visibility newspapers and requiring applicants to submit resumes via postal mail. Methods designed to limit real competition from U.S. workers. These practices are technically compliant but fundamentally undermine the purpose of labor market tests. Yeah, so there should be a government board where companies post, hey, I have not been able to hire somebody for this job. I'd like to put in for an H-1B visa, but that board should also be allowed for the public to access and say, no, wait, I'm an American. I'm up for that. And be able to put an application through them. So the government should have a recruitment board of last resort that companies go to that everyone should know, hey, this is a job that companies saying they can't find a worker for. Everyone, please apply here. Yeah, so fraud is one thing, but the program is flawed to begin with. So, actually, what was his name? There's been all this drama around what was it? Caroline Leavitt, the White House press correspondent, saying that, Zoomers are lazy and entitled, and that's why they keep on voting for DSA candidates, when that's really not the messaging the Trump team needs to go with. You owe arms, no. Okay, I have traveled the state. No group is more motivated to end foreign visa programs than young men. Why? Because they are the ones who are being replaced by these foreigners who undercut wages. Young men literally can't find work. American first means ending H-1B type programs. Well, I mean, if you're both French here going on presumptive railroad commissioner for the state of Texas, I don't know if he can, if he has the authority in that position to say, all right, across any industries under my purview as railroad commissioner, which does not include railroads, it's mainly oil and gas related stuff, but for some reason the name is refused to be changed. Regardless, if he can say no H-1B, you can't hire H-1Bs in any of these jobs. At least, I don't know, for entry level work. So even I don't even want to say an elderly gentleman. I don't know. What's his? Let's see here. How old is he? Gen Xer, I'm guessing. He's picking up on this. Even our Governor Abbott put on this and put a moratorium on hiring H-1Bs across the Texas government. No, the Texas government should be able to hire fresh out of AMT or Texas Technical College in Lubbock and hire people straight out of there for government positions. You see this all the time in some states, from Indiana to Ohio to Missouri, is that a university that puts out students on the taxpayer subsidy is then putting in for an H-1B visa for an entry-level IT job. You couldn't find somebody from your recent graduated class to do that? That is total bullshit. No, I am gesturing so hard here, but my model does not have tracking for that. So yeah, I am very warmed to see because back in like 2018 when I became aware of the H-1B visa problem and how like it was getting like no traction in in like mainstream discourse about immigration was kind of disheartening, and it definitely was particularly soul crushing when I was unemployed through the vast majority of 2023 into 2024, throwing tons and tons of applications. Again, I probably wasn't shopping every single resume out there, just like throwing anything at the wall and seeing what what sticks. And I wasn't using AI. I was just throwing the same random. Again, I only had my Navy experience to run off of and my college education, which probably wasn't doing me any favors. Not like I wasn't going. I was going for internships to start with. I'm lucky that I got a full-time position already. This is early life. It doesn't have his birthday. Huh. I don't think he doesn't look that old. Actually, he doesn't have any gray hairs right now. Or this could be a particularly flattering younger photo of him. So glad to see that even like a Gen Xer or elder millennial that is Beau French noticing this issue and talking about it really warms my heart. Oh yeah, Mitch McConnell's probably like brain dead at this point. So all right, what's this? Is Jennifer Zhang whatever? I'm not gonna get into that. I guess this is the thing to talk about right now is that this is 5 hours ago. Let's see here. At the direction of Commander-in-Chief, United States Central Command forces have started conducting additional strikes against Iran to further degrade their ability to threaten freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. The United States is holding Iran accountable for recent unjustified aggression against commercial shipping and civilian crews freely navigating in vital international railway waterway. Like, are we like? Is it like every other weekend at this point? Like, this didn't even happen during the weekend. Like, it was like 2 weeks ago, like, we lobbed some missiles at each other, and then we said, okay, let's go back to peace negotiations. But then I have to wonder if it's like the IRGC, like, acting against the wishes of the current Iranian government. Because apparently, I heard, like, there were some reports that the IRGC was very underwhelmed, if not incensed, angry, in layman's terms, for what the MOU was offering, because they want to... Iran wants to say they control the Strait of Hormuz and that anybody passing through has to do at their discretion. And some ships are trying to like ignore that and coast purely along Omani coastal waters, because I think it's the strait is not wide enough for that there's anything that's not territorial waters. It's either Iran's territorial waters or Oman's territorial waters. So some ships have said, all right, we're just not going to go through Iranian territorial waters. We're just going to go through Oman. And Oman's been acquiescing to that. They haven't like been like, saying, no, we have an agreement with Iran that you have to pay fees or something. Oman's not going to check them on that. So some of them are going through, Iran gets pissy about that and launches missiles at them. And then we go harder, like saying, where do those missiles launches from? I want the communication tower, the weapon storage site, any sort of base or any other base related to that in the immediate area, razed to the freaking grounds. So Chabahar, Chabahar, Iran. So if they shoot at ships, we're going to knock the hell out of them. The basic deal that we cut was that we lift our blockade if you stop shooting at ships. But if you shoot at ships, we're going to punch back, and we're going to punch back even harder than before. That was the deal. They said they would stop shooting ships, and what happened 24 hours ago, they start shooting at ships again. That was this. In Bushehr, Iran. I don't know. Too far a distance for me to tell. So I guess this is just going to keep on going on. Proud socialist. Independent socialist voice for the better world. Support my work on Patreon. Go follow whoever that is. Professor of English Literature and Orientalism. University of Tehran. Okay. Okay, so this was 5 hours ago per CENTCOM. So now 4 hours ago, BRICS News here is reporting Iran reportedly preparing to launch a massive attack on U.S. military bases in the region. Did that already happen or something? Oh, Department of War, just like 3 American flag emojis to us blowing. Why does this look... no, wait. This is Trump reposting something from open source intel. Somebody who I wanted to say this looked AI generated, but I'm guessing... I don't think open source intel is the guy to kind of do that bullshit. All right, CENTCOM flexing around saying like, yes, we are promoting security and promoting out here. So, but Trump is saying that the ceasefire is over, and also Brent crude or like crude prices shot up. Oh, this is interesting. Secretary Pete Hegseth's trip to Israel has been canceled, per multiple reports. Good, our war secretary should be very close to President Trump as the Iran situation intensifies rather than in a foreign country. Hegseth was supposed to meet with Israel to meet with Netanyahu and the Israeli defense minister. That will no longer happen. I don't know about Sotar. I see him around like reposting news like this. I don't know if he's an Israel critical type. So... You know, it's interesting he said, pointing out, good, our war secretary should not be in a foreign country while the situation is blowing up. You know, he's not picking on Israel in particular, but he's like saying, yes, the Secretary of War is home and close to Trump where he needs to be when missiles are flying. I'm wagging my finger here. Okay, so is this even going anywhere? I'm not going to play the segment because probably get copyright struck. Ongoing strikes in Iran as of like 4 hours ago. Go to see your OSINT defender. I just trust him more than anybody else. This is from 6 minutes ago. Video footage showing the impact of Iranian short-range ballistic missile earlier today in the headquarters of the U.S. Navy 5th Fleet in Manama, Bahrain. The impact. How much damage did it do? At the time of the writing, so this is 15 minutes, reports attributed to Saudi news outlet Al Arabiya claim that Bahrain participated in tonight's U.S. strikes against Iran are false, as no such report has been put out from the outlet. This and Israeli officials' comments to news outlets make tonight's strikes a unilateral U.S. action in response to repeated Iranian provocations. I mean, what would Bahrain shoot with? In all honesty, like I don't think they have much strike capabilities. No attacks yet against Qatar. More sirens now in Kuwait. This is 3 hours ago. The United States ceasefire with Iran has at least temporarily ceased. A U.S. official has told CNN Pamela Brown, who's currently aboard the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. Oh, why are you letting CNN on there or whatever? Iranian retaliatory strikes have now also targeted Kuwait, as the Kuwaiti army has announced that Kuwaiti air defenses are now working to mitigate the threat of Iranian air assets. People have been urged to seek shelter. All right, so I vaguely remember hearing something about Oman and the UAE or Saudi Arabia or Qatar making some sort of peace with Iran, like lifting sanctions and sending them some like planes or sanctioned financial assets. So that's kept Iran from attacking them to prevent them from like reimposing those assets. In Bahrain and Kuwait. We have bases in the UAE and Saudi Arabia, so why aren't they attacking them? All right. Israeli officials have told a number of news outlets that Israel did not take part in tonight's U.S. strikes against Iran. Israel officials speaking to Saudi Arabia news outlet Al Arabiya also warned Iran against targeting Israel during the now ongoing Iranian retaliatory strikes. The unusual aircraft swap just came hours after Trump authorized renewed U.S. self-defense strikes against targets in Iran following attacks on commercial shipping in the U.S. and allied interests in the region, prompting renewed attention to the operational capabilities and security posture of BC-25 Bravo Bridge. For old time's sake. Okay, weird. What? He didn't trust it right now for some reason? All right, so stuff's still going on in the Middle East. It's not going to calm down. I let you guess, the usual suspect. Yeah. Oh yeah. People are like pushing this crack spread stuff. Like I asked Grok, and so like apparently like because there's such a hunger for fuel and a glut of oil, refiners are outputting far more fuel with the little oil that they have. Grok gave me the answer that this is because, well, obviously there's little oil, but still a high demand for fuel, so they are pushing the refineries to put out more fuel than they usually would, and running more of their refineries to do so than not, because the demand is still there, but the supply that they're getting has been winnowed. So they're trying to get more gasoline fuel per a barrel that they're getting, which, like, yeah, that's a sign that obviously we have less oil inflows, but responding to market incentives. So I guess the question is, can it be sustained? Because I heard something like Grok also brought up that apparently some refineries are putting off, are deferring maintenance in order to keep them running to push out as much, like, you know, octane fuel as possible. See here. Trump, Iran just called. They want to make a deal very badly. I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. Reporter, if they want to make a deal, why did they attack commercial vessels? Because they're sort of crazy, but they want to make a deal badly. Any missed messages here? All right, so this is from 33 minutes ago from the Hormuz letter. Iran has launched ballistic missiles at the U.S. Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. The first Iranian strike on that base since early March. Sirens are also ongoing in Qatar. Iran has now attacked U.S. bases in Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar tonight. Okay, so Qatar is even good. I would have sworn Iran's entire ballistic missile arsenal was destroyed 50 times by now, according to our dear leader. Yeah. Trump, like, keeps on talking up himself. We all know to not take his, like, if you're, like, above 100 IQ, you don't take his statements absolutely literally. He boasts all the time. Yeah, like, if you're complaining about that, you're stupid. All right, well, Carolina Lion here probably has an audience that laps this shit up. Like, of course the dear leader is lying. Kind suggestion, get mentally prepared for $6 plus gallon gas prices. Again, they keep on showing this, like, high crack spread, i.e., the refiners are really pushing out fuel oil because it's still in demand. But they only have so much, so yeah, Carolina Lion and others are still pushing this narrative that we're going to start seeing, you know, fuel shortages later. I don't know if, like, refiners can't sustain this high level of gasoline output with this little fuel out, with this little oil inflows. That might be a problem, but for right now, it seems that they're responding to market incentives, pushing their refineries to push out as much gas as possible to keep the price where it needs to be. Okay. Shooting on air. Lady Novelite. What is, all right, I'm not going to get into this. ISW. I wish I could put ISW in and it would take me to this account. Iran is willing to return to large-scale conflict. Iran's behavior after the latest U.S. strikes indicates that the Iranian regime values control over the Strait more than avoiding renewed escalation with the United States. Other key takeaways: the present pattern of U.S. strikes does not appear to be changing Iran's calculus on controlling the Strait of Hormuz. Is that you begging for a stronger response? U.S. Central Command CENTCOM reported on July 7th that it struck 80 targets in Iran in response to repeated Iranian attacks on commercial vessels in the Strait. Iran is attempting to coerce Gulf states and others to acquiesce to Iranian control over the Strait of Hormuz after Iran failed to secure recognition of its control over the Strait through diplomacy. Iran is attempting to unilaterally impose a vision for the Strait's arrangements, which are supposed to be created in dialogue with the Gulf states. not through coercing Gulf states. Iranian coercion of the Gulf states is in an effort to circumvent intent of Clause 5, which administration officials noted was designed so that Gulf states would moderate Iranian positions about controlling the strait. Iran is using the ceasefire to reconstitute its military capabilities as ISW CTP has previously assessed. So you're saying that we need to go back and go harder again in military strikes against them, against Iran. The Lebanese government announced on July 8th that it will participate in negotiations with the U.S. and Israel in Rome, Italy on July 15th and 16th. The Lebanese government earlier claimed that its participation in negotiations would be contingent on Israeli withdrawal from pilot zones in southern Lebanon. See if they follow through on that. And of course, what's going on with Ukraine. So, Stepov, Leopold, Myrna. This is still in Zaporizhia. Where are the fortress belt cities? Kupiansk, Kharkiv. Where is that other front where the fortress belt cities are? Wow, this is from 23 hours ago. So, all right, there's Konstantinivka. It's nearly fallen. So then all that's left is Drutivska, Kramatorsk, and whatever that city to the northeast is. There, Sloviansk. So they're moving towards it. I'm getting the sense that the Ukrainian lines are very much strained to hell and back at this point. And so even as hard as the Ukrainian drone operators are making it for the infiltration tactics of the Russians, it looks like they're making progress. I don't know. I mean, there's Bakhmut, which they only took 2 years ago, so I don't know. Will it take another 2 years for Russians to capture the fortress belt cities? Or are the Ukrainians nearing some breaking point where they're actually going to, see breakdowns in the breakdown on their frontline troops? Time will tell, unfortunately. For all the mid-range logistical strikes or mid-tiered logistical strikes that the Ukrainians have been able to effectively pull off on the Russians and curb fuel supplies to the front lines, the front lines are still moving forward for the Russians, even at a snail's pace. So Ukrainian forces recently advanced in western Zaporizhia Oblast, and Russian forces recently advanced north of Kharkiv city. Russian forces launched 2 KH-31. All right, whatever. They're not talking about Russian advances. I don't know. Hold on. Let me just check one last source. I wasn't following them. Reporting more about Iran than anything. Huh. All right, so yeah, Ukraine's probably Iran is flaring up, and Ukraine is still holding on, but for how long? That's my concluding remarks. I don't know what else to say at this point. So, all right. Yeah, so close it out and put out an announcement tweet that I'm about to start up RE4. Whoever the second viewer who just showed up in YouTube, you just missed me yapping about current events. Man, I'm thirsty. Yeah, let me just drum up an announcement tweet that I am live and about to start the game. was that? Okay. Man, my reply under Nora's quote tweet of her own video saying, you know, any other thoughts I'd like to share about that? I posted, oh, so you notice this one escape containment? That's like, I think like one of the most, one of like top like 5 like tweets underneath. No, not recent, likes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm like 5th most liked tweet under there. Tipping my hat, putting a feather in my cap that I can get attention underneath an OnlyFans girl's main tweet. That's how pathetic and irrelevant I am in this modern world. All right. That shit. All right. Where's my scripts? No. Trying to mow my way through more angry villagers, I guess, and find the president's jailbait daughter. I'm not going to put that in there. Come on. Check. Yeah, it goes to the right place. All right. Send tweet. All right. Gaming thing and fire up Resident Evil 4. Yeah, it's the 2005 release. I got that detail right. And my controller should be fully charged now. Yep, there we go. Oh, wait. Twitch. Need to change my category on Twitch. What am I doing? 59 viewers and 7.7 thousand followers for that category. All right. All right. Controller is functional and leading. So God, I'm sweating off down my back for right now. No, is it like not the computer temperature of the room? It can't be. It's just I don't know. I'm stressed out. Like I'm burning actual energy yapping like this. All right. Oh no. Load. Oh, I'm pressing B instead of A. All right. All right, let's get into it. All right, how much ammo do I have? I got 51 shots and also some rifle ammo, which I could snipe people with, I guess, and a flash grenade. Got tank controls. Oh, did I forget about this guy? We saw this last time. I spend any money? What is with your British accent? Ah, the freaking controller keeps on going in and out. Really? Okay, this could be a problem. Okay, I just charged this thing. How is it like? Alright, this is becoming annoying. Alright. I need to stop for a second and I have to fiddle with the freaking knob at this point. Okay, we'll go. This can't be a battery thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at the instruction manual. Think I know what happened? This thing didn't charge. Yeah, I got a power block and it was not properly. I don't know. Should I give it a couple minutes? Charging. I don't know how much juice I need to survive. Play the game because I really don't want to play on. I don't want to play on mouse and keyboard. That's gonna suck. Give it a minute or two. See if that can last for a little bit. I might cut stream a little bit short if the battery keeps on failing like an hour later. Oh. Yeah. Sticking around on Instagram at this point. Some degeneracy on Instagram. Let me look through something on my other channels for the moment. Now, let me go back to the app session for the time being. Just give it like another 5 minutes. I thought I needed an account to check. Oh, what was this? Oh, somebody has a somebody had like got chunks of the Berlin Wall. I stood atop of one at one point. Let's see here. What was I looking for? Prowler. Daresum instead of Burzum. I'm thinking. Let's see. What's he reporting as of late? 9 hours ago. After a full year of President Trump's big, beautiful bill, we have maintained record high interior deportations and imposed new fees on migration. Over 4 million people have dropped from SNAP, while legal and illegal migrant access to American benefits is cut across the board. Trump rode back the White House on a promise to carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history. The big, beautiful bill provides the money, manpower, and infrastructure to make it possible. At the same time, the law strips healthcare and food assistance from many immigrants living in the country. Other provisions in the bill impose new fees on immigrants at nearly every stage of the legal process, ranging, not raging, $100 a year for asylum applicants to $5,000 for those apprehended crossing the border. Since the law was enacted, the number of people receiving food benefits have fallen by more than 4 million as of March, according to the latest data. Not only did the big, beautiful bill impose new fees, it introduced consequences for failure to pay. Imposed a tax remittance, which needs to be expanded and higher, and starting in October will remove millions of foreigners from Medicaid. Medicaid is health insurance for poor people, or lower income people. So many non-citizens will no longer be able to have Medicaid coverage. Good. If you make it to the United States and you're not a citizen, like, you should not be on the Medicare. You should not be on a welfare program meant for poor people. Like, if you're that poor, like, that you have to go on Medicaid while you're here, like, get fucked. No, get lost. We don't want more people to bring down the be a drain on the system. By April, federal H-1B investigation had spiked at least 48% since Project Firewall launched last year. Now the Department of Labor is issuing subpoenas to build the case against H-1B visa perm fraud. Doing it this way ensues that findings are serious so the consequences can stick. Yeah. They're trying to dot their I's and cross their T's so that the courts, who are probably, so that lower level courts, which can be, you know, hit or miss on how adversarial they are with the Trump administration, can't like dismiss it out of hand over simple administrative issues. See here. Under Trump, HUD and SBA have cut H-1B access to business and housing loans. The old H-1B lottery has been scrapped, and the Department of Labor is trying to raise the wage floor. In other words, the entire government is trying to restrict H-1B by 1,000 executive cuts. I wouldn't say these are cuts. These are more like slashes at this point. If you're like trying to like, you know, do a policy-wide thing, you know, a death by 1,000 cuts would be like, you know, case by case, rejecting H-1Bs over minutia. Then I guess you could say a bunch of cuts make an effective slash. One policy creates effective slash over as a cumulative effect. I'm looking on his Telegram because he's got like some updated stuff. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, Trumo. No, Trump. God damn it. Oh, yeah. All right. This is from Lives to Take Bot. Trump is demanding the Supreme Court rehear the birthright citizenship case after billboards advertising birthing centers in the U.S. were spotted in Mexico. End birthright citizenship. These people are laughing in our faces. So, signs and billboards are being put up all over our southern border in Mexico, advertising birthright citizenship with livery stating starting at $4,000. Likewise, similar signs going up all over our country. Billions of dollars will be illegally made by this scam, with citizenship going to anyone willing to pay. It will be by far the #1 way of becoming a citizen, and then the entire family will be allowed to follow. No, not sustainable. Nobody saw this coming. Now everyone saw this coming. American citizenship is not for sale. In fact, that is a crime, and therefore the Supreme Court's ruling is wrong. I will be asking for a rehearing by the United States Supreme Court immediately. This miscarriage of justice will destroy America if they don't change their absolutely insane decision. Wow. Okay, there's something to be said that the Supreme Court, you know, after a generation too, is willing to overturn stuff, because let's be honest about something. Brown v. Board of Education, which barred explicit racial segregation in public schooling, was an overturning of the Plessy v. Ferguson precedent of separate but equal. So we've been overturning precedents over time. Of course, obviously, we did that recently with Roe v. Wade back in 2022 or 2023, whatever it was, whatever the Dobbs decision was. Or was that Dobbs? Yeah, I think. So they're willing to overturn that. And then they've also basically have been chipping away at Chevron deference, which is far less of a something that the public probably doesn't care as much about. But you know, usually when you try and rehear cases, it's after you you know, you've had like a generation or two to change out personnel on the court. So now maybe with the so like I think like Sotomayor is somebody who's looking like she might not last as long. So I don't know. She's probably gonna pull a Ginsburg, but so we'll see what happens to her. I heard she's like suffering from diabetes, and Alito looks like he's looking to quit, but that would be more like securing a position, securing Alito's like conservative seat. The issues are, what's his face? Roberts and Barrett, who sided with the liberals to allow birthright citizenship, which everyone sort of saw coming. So, but Trump trying to rehear this afterwards, like, you know, this stuff about, I have to wonder, like, I didn't hear the recordings, but I swear, like, you know, birthright tourism was probably brought up here. So Trump bringing this up probably isn't going to change anybody's opinion on birthright citizenship on the court. So this is like, I don't know, this feels futile. And I wonder, like, maybe it might, you know, uber entrench the position more than just like, all right, now we just have to focus on like trying to prevent births on there as much as possible. Like, you know, concluding agreements that, you know, pregnant mothers caught in the United States can be held while they're pregnant in a foreign country, so that they're technically not, so they're not in the U.S. while they're giving birth. So like set up special facilities in like, say, Mexico, which probably doesn't have birthright citizenship. Maybe they do. I don't know. Or some country that doesn't have birthright citizenship. And just hold the mothers there, you know, keep them kindly, and, you know, make sure they can deliver their kid. And once their kid's delivered, you send them back to the United States and hold them there, and then say, all right, you and your non-citizen kid get deported now. So that would be the logistical flex. Having a third country that you could deport pregnant mothers awaiting deportation and hold them there for the duration for their pregnancy, or continue deportation processes outside the country, like through telecommunications, to prevent the birth from happening on U.S. soil and therefore falling under birthright citizenship. So I've yapped for a bit. I'm going to see how much the controller can hold up now. Headphones at in because there's usually an audible click when it gets fixed. I just realized I still have RE4 running in the background. Sorry. We have connection. All right. It's actually pretty loud. I would probably need to turn that down. All right, come on, game capture. All right, it's back. All right. So after some technical difficulties, we have returned to all right. Treasure map village shotgun. Don't have enough money for that. Rifle. That's sure. Oh, that's weird. Yes, a rifle fits in a suitcase like that. Because I got like 5 shots for it, so why not? All right. Oh, God, man. God. Tank controls 2.0, not that nice, in all honesty. All right, have they straight up noticed me? All right. This is not the place for, Oh, there he goes. Another dumbass, like, trying to throw a Molotov, or, no, a dynamite stick in, Way to go, dumbass. Oh, hey, somebody fell over the side there. I guess that's a trick I have to remember. All right, this guy's not going to the edge. All right, yeah, shot to the back of the head like that. That is quite effective. Oh. Forgot. Right trigger plus A to reload, not just, Get off me. Motherfucker. Plenty of handgun ammo. Did I just waste that herb? I did, didn't I? I don't really have any health items at this point. Or no, I think I took it. Alright, what's going on out here? Oh, shit! Way to go, dumbasses. Oh, wow, they got up on me fast. Alright, and off the side you go. Very intense music for what is ultimately like a way, just mowing your way through waves. Not nice that it brings up a screen every time, Oh, wow. So they'll run to get close to you, but then they'll slow down as they, oh, over the side. Can I pick up that axe? No. Damn it. Alright, looks like there's nobody else. Somebody in here? Oh, look, more bullets. Something. You dead? Motherfucker, I'm gonna die. Okay, I need to use this because I got nothing else at this point. Another flash grenade. Bullets, that's always nice. What over here? Wait, is this thing blocked? No. Good. Man, I wish the music would, like, calm down slightly. Shotgun shells. Darn, I bought the rifle. Alright, what's up here? A nice treasure chest. You got the emblem right half. Alright. Leon doesn't take this climb the ladder, he just jumps down it. Nothing. Gotta remember, those barrels are I can't look with this. It's only like careens the camera. I have to actually like pivot with this. That is so annoying. Let me see here. Let me try this one. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't control Leon's rotation. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm dead. Actually, getting through this, I got snuck up on. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Damn it. All right, so, man, those guys just snuck up on me. That sucked. All right, buying the rifle probably wasn't worth it. All right, not sure that was worth the change configuration. Yeah. We've been through this before. Can't buy the shotgun rifle. Man, really wasn't worth anything right now. Rocket launcher. Interesting. Scope. First aid spray. Yeah, I'm going to need that. EMP. Fires custom 9mm. Oh. Maybe that'd been worth it since it fires 9mm, but at this point, no, not worth it. Handgun, firepower. Firing speed. That's really not the issue. Yep. All right. Yep. Let's leave it at that. Now I just have to mow through all these guys to make sure that I don't have a bunch of them come up behind me. Oh my god. Dude can take shots to the face. Throw it. I don't know. There's something that just gives me more confidence shooting with left trigger versus right, left and right trigger versus pressing a button. Pop off, even though it was one bullet. That was close. Not gonna waste a pistol shot over such I don't know, medium range. Oh, come on. Oh god, I'm gonna. Oh, am I out of bullets? Yes, I went through all my pistol ammo. That's bad. I guess I'll go begging to that guy for more guns, more ammo. Oh, hey. Oh, I used it. Damn it. His voice is supremely muted. Let's see here. Oh, he doesn't sell ammo. Never mind, I'm screwed. Well, I got like 2 healing items right now, but man, I'm low on bullets. I know what's going to happen. They're all going to come out there, forming this area, but there's a red. Okay, let's not have this guy come up behind me like that. Wow, saved that. Fine, I'll use this right now. Any more guys in there? All right, good, more bullets at least. Oh, pfft. Hmm. Is there anything up over here? There is a, nothing. Knock that down, not like it did anything for me particularly. Nothing. All right, now there were a bunch of guys who came at me behind me before. What's over here? Camera up. Oh, shit. God damn it. Where did you guys all come from anyway? Oh, wow. They're smart enough to know not to. God damn it. This is not sustainable. Where the fuck all these guys come from? Yeah, spinny kick for the win. Are we done with these guys? Where the fuck did that grenade... Where that... Alright, they backed off for now, but man, I am in no good position right now. Where did that come from? Alright, I need to evac this position because I'm just burning through ammo going through these guys. Fortunately, I don't think there's any other way out of this area. Oh, there's the guy on top who's throwing dynamite sticks at me. I'm gonna go to that building underneath. Dynamite stick guy. Alright. More ammo, please. I don't need coins. I need ammo. You know, will increase your maximum health. Not what I need right now. Oh, look. I guess that's what that giant half metal I got was for. It's up here. And he's gone. I got 5 shotgun shells. This is not what I need. I need 9mm. All right. Now what happens if I go up here?  'Cause 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 Nothing in particular. Man, this is just tense. I got 1 bullet and no health left. Wow, is the AI that smart that it knows not to... Let me back up a little bit further. Oh, wow. Okay, finally. Last bullet, and that was it to, all the wrong types of ammo. Game. All the wrong types of ammo. Alright, well. Nope. Well, that got all... Well, this area is cleared out now. I guess I'll go back and save to make sure I don't have to go through this again. Although... Oh, maybe I can pick up the shotgun. Maybe I have enough money for that at this point. Who knows? So... Yeah, this is less survival horror and more like, survival action. Let me go. Before I save, I'll check to see if I actually even have the money for the shotgun. Yep, not enough. Not even enough for the rifle. Because I have to buy the first aid spray more than anything else right now. Spinel. Selling here. All right. Yeah. About all I can hope for at this point. And save. All right, let's get out of here. Me and my empty gun. That is in the lockback position. That is actually in a fine attention to detail. Very good, Capcom. Pistols do normally have a hold back on empty position. I can go this way. Yeah. Ammo, ammo, ammo. Nothing. Oh my god. 10 shots. Well, it's something. I am going to have to be thrifty with my usage of it. Alright, let's do the massive combo. Fine. The triple threat of herbs. So, you think you got me down? No, this is only going to make me stronger. that? Wait, that's probably a treasure. I probably shouldn't shoot it. More handgun ammo. I got 20 shots to my name. Very good. No. Got the intercept on that. Saved my ammo. Alright, is there anything else in here? It's trash heap. Nope. See, I can't strafe. Pushing left on the stick. Well, actually, I could. No. Yeah, you don't have strafing ability. So, that is something that, very weird not to have. Yeah, this disjointed controls are, non-standard controls are definitely, out there. You know, you could break the glass first. Way to go, dumbass. You blew yourselves up. All right. The goal was to get the intercept on him or... Very good. Okay. There's obvious traps here. Can I trigger them? There we go. Did the traps reset automatically? No. Good. Oh, hey. Wow. Yeah, I thought that looked like something I could open, and I was rewarded for my curiosity. Motherfucker. It's only one piece of health. All right, hold up. No, god damn it. Oh, another door. You got a spinel. All right. Might as well trigger this one so it doesn't bite me in the ass later. Good. For whatever reason. More PTAS. Hallway. Nope. Nothing here. I can crash open. Oh, motherfucker. What did I do? All right, so stun and knife seems to be an effective ammo saving strategy. At least when it's one-on-one. I'm learning. Okay, where am I going? Going up. Okay, that was a fish. I thought I was about to jump. That scared me. I thought I was going to jump headlong into a freaking crocodile. Leon doesn't descend ladders. He just jumps down them. Fishy, fishy, fishies. Big fisher. Flash grenade. Man, I got so many flash grenades. Fortunately, I don't have like an immediate clue to like trigger it. Like in the remakes. There are ways to just call up your grenade. I think so. The heck? Oh, you got the dirty brass pocket watch. It stinks in here too. Very insightful commentary, Leon. My commentary, however, is very insightful in a non-sarcastic way. Man, just got ammo lying around in the most weird places. How much cash I got? 10,000. Not enough for the shotgun. Oh, what's here? That's probably a really dumb move. I probably should go around like this. Let's see here. Go around that explosive. I don't want to waste my ammo blowing it up on purpose. I don't foresee myself charging back down this way anytime soon. It's a large crystal ball. It looks like it rotates. Way will you turn it? There we go. Yeah, you just had to match the symbol. Okay. What, I'm in the cult leader's room or a room dedicated to the cult leader? Damn it, Ashley. I was hoping you were in there for some reason. All right. That's not doing anything. What we got here? Insignia key. Interesting. They're all textbooks written in English, but I don't have the time to read them. Interesting. You think they might be written in Spanish or something? But I guess not. Cutscene? Who's the bald, Oh, fuck. I guess that's who that is. He's got the Rasputin beard. That's what I was saying. Oh, my eyes are turning red because I got infected. He sees that in me. What? Yeah, you got injected with something, Leon, like a couple while ago. End of chapter 1-2. Hit ratio 76%. Sure, I'll save. Wow, so that mine shaft area, or whatever that suspended mine shaft, yeah, or mine shaft area was weird. Was difficult. The illuminated ones? You got injected with something. All right. So in game, I'm dying, but it seems to be like when you're under a position of severe stress, it what triggers your eyes to come out like that. Your eye colors to come out like that. Oh man, I got 3 green herbs. Damn. I just double up on one of them. Nah, save it for later. Amenhotep typewriters? What? Why are you naming your typewriter after an Egyptian pharaoh? Wow. 1 egg. This is 2004. Salmonella was firmly a thing by then, so I don't know why this would be Looks like the people in this house eat like normal humans. Are you sure about that? It's a painting of a lake. Maybe it's around here somewhere. Oh. Incendiary grenade now. 1,000 piadas. Looks like the people here carry out their lives like ordinary people. They even read books. I can't jump out this window? Alright. Something else. There's a door down this hall. Does this lead out? No. There we go. Oh, it's a bathroom. What the fuck? There we go. Looks like they use toilets. I guess they're at least somewhat civilized. All right. There's this door. That's where I got the chicken egg. This leads outside. Oh, fuck. It's the guy from my fucking thumbnail. This guy's a freaking tank. Oh! That'll kill me. All right. Why do I feel like I need the shotgun for this kind of guy? All right, where was I? Yeah, we can skip that for right now. Oh, wait, nope, there's some stuff in here. All right, so chainsaw, instant death. Well, I was also at half health, so that probably didn't help. But logically, if you have that thing dig into you at all, you're probably dead. So honestly, I should save after I scrounge for a bit. Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Round chicken egg. Oh, I'm at full health, so if I... Can I smash that wine bottle? No. None of these cabinets open for me. All right, that was the way out. Just, You dead? And he doesn't drop anything. So we just have Leon's commentary on the toilet. Painting. Yeah, all right. Save and then go outside. What time is it? We go for the third hour. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, instant death. Okay, is there some sort of trick to this guy? I have to get in close and then slam him. Is there some way to dodge that I haven't picked up on yet? Well, no, I do not want to discard my pistol. Thank you very much. All right, let's see if I can land the shot on him this time. God damn. So, like, even to one flash grenade, and man, I really need to, like... I guess I have to constantly maneuver back and forth to stay away from this guy, so, this is gonna get tedious. And no, not having extra health, that it did not help at all. And that killed me. Fuck. All right, so there's a delicate dance that I'm probably going to have to do here of constantly stunning this guy. Does that kill him? Oh, that killed him. All right. Had to go through all of them, but okay. All right. Saved some ammo at least by burning through all my explosives. Does the ruby go in the a very dirty timepiece that doesn't seem to have much value? I don't know, maybe it belongs to somebody. I'm paranoid that the spinels go in the whatchamacallit. In the beer stein, but that just doesn't seem to be actually happening. So maybe I'm supposed to sell off the spinels. I hear a woman villager for once. Oh yeah, there were some in the initial village. All right. Oh, and that got her. All right, I'm learning to be there we go. Something I can actually combine with the green herb for effect. All right, no music. Oh, motherfucker. I don't know why I'm being so I have decent ammo. I shouldn't have been so pinchy with my or stingy with my ammo. All right, where am I now? Motherfucker, I'm back in the main. I don't think they've noticed me yet. Never mind. Okay, and he's dead. Sorry, I clammed up there as things got stressful. I do have a lot of ammo. All right, probably worth taking a health item at this point. Let's see what this is. Oh man, that is a very minor increase to my health. Hey, buddy. That was a supreme waste of ammo. What the heck? A golden egg? Over here. Alright, where the heck am I? Going back the way I came to a save point. Although, wait, is this the village? I was supposed to go out this way. There was something over here. I think this is the central area I start at. Is there anything really of use out here? Yeah, I've been through here, so there's probably no loot to be gained. So, backing in. Apparently there might be there's a save point up to the right. Yeah, this is the main village area. I remember seeing this. Really? What the heck is this? Chicken egg completely restores health. All right. Oh, hey, I think I know what I need to use here. Yeah. All right, I'm in. More ammo. What am I at? 50. Impressive. What the heck is this 1990 synthwave sound? I mean, this is the early 2000s, so that 1990 synthwave stuff might be still lingering on. TMP ammo, 50 ammo. Oh, what do you know? There was something in there. Interesting. Can I not? God. Tally ho! Look out below. Something in that recess in the wall. I guess this is the item. Spinel. All right. Left bumper, right stick. For nothing. Or right trigger for nothing. Hello. That does not look like a regular. Elegant headrest. Strange. Man, you were just like in the most interesting of places, aren't you? So, stranger, any luck with the blue medallions? I'm working on it. I guess these spinels. I could get the shotgun. EMP. I'm gonna get the shotgun. Okay. The bumpers to firepower, firing speed, reload speed, capacity. I don't want to spend money on that. Stock TMP. A stock for the 9mm. I don't even have that. All right, never mind. I think he gets like a striker, like you know, a drum magazine fed shotgun at some point. I swear, remember seeing that somewhere. Where am I now? All right. The blue medallions are up over here somewhere, so I guess I have to go back to that at some point. This is gonna, man, this trails off into the lake area. I guess there's more blue medallions out here. Oh, it's a graveyard. All right, that's over with. I bought the shotgun and then refused to use it, so I'll save those for some of the oh shit moments where I'm getting overrun, or, you know, weapon of last resort. All right, so blue medallions. 5. So he's advertising a specialty gun for 10 of these things. I'm halfway there, so I wonder if he'll give me, I don't know. Something extra. I swear these things are marked out on the map. Oh, well, there's one. There's another one. Put me at 8. No, that was at 7. Shit. All right, that worked. Here we go. I got done trying to reload while holding up my knife. Are there any more? A few more in this area. Yonder somewhere. Oh, somebody dropped something. That looks like shotgun shells. Those are, in fact, shotgun shells. Why do I feel like this other blue metal is going to be around? Oh, fuck. Holy shit, I'm nearly dead. That nearly killed me. So the medallion should be three family insignias of the dead ringers. It looks like the dial only turns clockwise in either 3 or 4 increments. I'm guessing I need to recognize the insignias somewhere. All right. Oh, see it. Hurry up. One more. Is the map giving away some? There's like a few more down here, so seems to be some big event going on in here. I can't see the grave symbols, but I guess whatever the it won't open. There's a round hole. Maybe there's something fits in there. Sorry, whoops. Leon, you have to find some way to get something inside. That not going there? I guess I need to find the item. Oh, wait. The grave's out here. Queens must be buried under this grave. I don't know. I guess I'll write this down. So we got... I just realized I lost track of where I put my short timing. God damn it. I have a separate notepad for this bullshit. Just looking over my notes at this point. Whatever. Oh, there it is. All right, so what? There's the MM one. The claws underneath, so to speak. This insignia is a little bit different. Maybe they're different for all the graves. All right. What we got up here? VV? Seen this insignia before, but maybe they're different depending on grave. Yeah, they appear to be. So this one's the weird, like, spider Jesus one. So central thing. Okay. There's another one of these spider Jesuses. I don't know why I'm calling it Spider Jesus. That's a thing. I remember when Jeremy Dooley of Achievement Hunter had that as his spray in a video game. I forget what it was. All right, and there's Sigma Sigma. Another spider Jesus down here on all the way. Oh. Not sure what to make of that. Hopefully their positioning on the hill doesn't have any factor. Three family insignias of the dead ringers. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I need to figure out how to activate the M. Turn you off. 2, 3, 4. No. Okay, and there it goes. Okay, so it's just the double one. Dead ringers. I don't know. I guess that means dead ringers means doubles or twins for some reason. I'm not familiar with that terminology. Here. Oh my God, Siri, shut the fuck up. Who asked you? Ugh. Saying something about what? Nevertheless, a rare gem. Do I select it or something? What am I? What is the activation thing? That's it? Are you kidding me? Okay, maybe I have to come back to this area then. No, I want to look at the map. All right, so there is an alternate pathway out here, so I guess it won't budge. Gotta be locked from the other side. All right, so probably not accessing here, but okay. I thought that turnstile puzzle thing was gonna unlock the whatchamacallit for me. And music cut out, so they're all dead. And their bodies immediately decompose. All right. I can just jump over. I don't need to actually affect the jump myself. All right. Well, next time I encounter the merchant, I'll see what he gives me. Closure of the church. Regarding the two fugitives, the apprehension of Luis is our top priority. The American agent is a distant second. What Luis stole from us is far more important than the girl. Unless we get it back, the girl will become useless to us. We must get it back to execute our plan to the end. If it gets in the wrong hands, the world would become a totally different place than what the Lord Sadler has envisioned. At all costs, we mustn't let that happen. Nevertheless, we're not letting go of the girl. To ensure that the agent does not get to her, I have locked the church door where the girl is being held. Well, thank you for telling me where she is. Anyone who needs access to the church must first get approved by Lord Sadler. There is a key beyond the lake, but it should be safe now that the Del Lago has been awakened by our Lord. No one will get across the lake alive. Plus, our same blood courses through the agent's veins. It'll be just a matter of time before he joins us. Once he does, there will be nobody else left that will come looking for the girl. Well, all right. No commentary, Leon? What the heck? Chicken egg? I swear that was like a snake that spawned out of that. Oh. Can I make this shot? Yes, I can. I'm very happy with myself on that. There we go. Nothing else out here? Man, that looks like a good thing to start a fire with. All these logs stacked up with each other. Like, yeah, the way that is assembled with the logs and then the lighter twigs in between, that is a good way to start a bonfire. There is a murder of crows right there, and I think it portends bad things for me. Another spinel. Realize I have a thing in here. This looks like some sort of arena. I'm not happy about this. Okay, that didn't trigger any sort of boss fight or anything in there. Let's see here. Hold up, where'd I just go? Not what I'm looking for right now. Let's go back. Oh, I can scrounge real quick in this room. Because the merchant's there, plus a save point. So let's stock up and, well, I can get whatever that specialty gun is now. That do anything? Oh, hello. Man, you have a nice, Well done, stranger. I see you've shot enough number of medallions. Like I promised, go claim your specialized gun in the buy screen. Don't worry about money. This one's on the house. The Punisher. 9mm handgun with a will blast a hole through 2 enemies. Can I stow the other gun somehow? All right, I still have only 10,000. Get the TMP. Get the first aid spray for right now. Oh wow, stacked up on ammo. Old chicken egg, 3,000. All right, that's useful to know. Notice. Oh, the ruby is 10,000. Huh. And just hang on to that for right now. Firepower, firing speed, reload speed. I'm pretty fine with it as is. So, save and then move into the next area. You offer boat rides around here? Well, let's another spinel. Okay. Nothing. Oh, there's a big door over there. That sounded like that was opening. Something's growling under the other side. Let's not fuck with it. Wow, that doesn't even register on the, register on the map, whatever that room is. I guess it's, the game is actually trying to hide it from me. Oh, motherfucker. Dodge. My reflexes were enough to actually capture that. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. Doesn't look like there's much of anything, but, yeah, no, this is just, this is particularly insane what's going on in here. This is some real Wile E. Coyote, Looney Tunes bullshit. All right. Glad I saw that. Oh, man, he got caught up in that. Wow. Leon's kicks are, have an AoE effect, do they not? Yeah, that's right. Get lost. Oh, motherfucker. And the music cutouts, which means victory. Oh, back up again. Somebody spawn. Or is that just the ambient music of this area? Oh, damn. Please, come through. Damn. You guys are retarded, aren't you? I realized I could have gotten up close and, let's see here. The game really does like sneaking enemies up right behind you, doesn't it? Anybody else filtering in? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Oh, hello. Oh, get off me. Okay, let's maneuver around a bit and ooh, I am low on health. Let's see, let's just what the egg does. Alright, not everything, but better than nothing. There we go. Alright. And more ammo. How am I doing on that, by the way? Still like 50 plus rounds. Jumping up there, I guess. Motherfuckers. Talk about that's a crocodile. I am not gonna go crocodiles. I saw that video that Casual Geographic did about crocodiles. I'm not messing with the crocodile. Well, actually. Where'd he go? Actually, he looks more like a snake, not a crocodile. Well, okay. Why do the the snakes have eggs? What's with that? Well, that guy slid it away. Anything back here? Or booby traps. I don't want to trigger. I don't have to. Where the fuck? Where are you guys coming from? Oh. Oh, well, that did him in, at least. Stab. Or slice. Screw you. I'm getting the hand of, oh, motherfucker. All right, back to full health. Okay, thank you, snakes, for carrying around eggs for chicken eggs for some reason. Like, are they stealing them for some reason? Is this like some Spanish myth or tall tale about snakes stealing eggs? Oh, we're at the 3rd hour. Is there a save point anytime up soon? Yes. Right before the lake, which I guess is going to have some monster at Del Lago. That's going to make actually crossing the lake be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, so I should call it here for the night, not stay up too late. I don't pass out at work. Oh, okay, so only with the red herb. Got it. No red herb to be found, though. The cloistered off area up here before we get to the lake. Jog, jog, jog. Remember to do your cardio, ladies and gentlemen. In here. Just a random box of logs for... Oh. I guess we get a sneak peek of what's in the water out here. Oh. Oh, there goes the other cop who was escorting me. Vámonos, andale. Let's get out of here. Man, that motor was rusted out to hell. What is the texture on this water? Yep, there's something in the water, isn't it? Well, that will be an adventure for next week. Because I gotta go to the bathroom and I need to be done for the night. So, let's just save and call it for a night. I'm panting for walking this ever so fastly. All right, let's see here. Oh, some cash, an herb, and yeah, that'll be it. So, getting my here, look at the dates right. I got this weekend, the next weekend, and that weekend. So a week from now, so 2 weeks from now will probably be my last stream because the 2 weeks from this weekend will be off Kai. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 streams left before off Kai. So this weekend I will be going back to Total War Attila to do the last Roman campaign as the Franks because I'm retarded and went with the non-poster boy faction. Next weekend, so I have one more Saturday, I will go back to Total War America Road to Independence and continue that. I want to finish that off at some point. Because if I complete that, I'll end that campaign and finish up with Total War Attila. But then I'll go back and do America after Independence because I don't know, that might be a little bit more of a relaxing experience, America on the continent by itself. Because mainly just have to fight with the Indian tribes and We bought Florida from Mexico at some point. I wonder like how much money I have to give up to Florida, to Spain to buy Florida, but that'll be well into the future. So with that all being said, catch you back here on Saturday for more Total War for strategy.